Hi, everyone. Nice to see you one more time. So today, our Dharma teacher is Brother Mantwe, Brother Insight. And of course, you know him well from the Qigong exercise that you've been doing the past few days. Brother Mantwe is one of our eldest brothers at Deer Park. And as he will tell you, he is a happy monk. He was born in central Vietnam and ordained when he was 17 at Plum Village's root temple, Chua Tu Hieu. He came to Plum Village, France in 2006, and then he lived at Deer Park from 2008 until 2017. And after 5 years at Blue Cliff Monastery in New York, he returned here in 2022. On his YouTube channel, Qigong Meditation, he posts some of the most popular Qigong tutorials on the internet. His Shaolin Qigong daily routine video has over 7 million views. You can usually find him on lazy days hiking or sitting outside his room burning sage. Dear Sangha, please welcome Brother Mantwe.
Someone adjust the TV? No, no screen. So, dear Sangha, let us close our eyes, offer a gentle smile on our face, sit beautifully, breathe in. I enjoy my in breath from beginning to the end. Breathing out, I enjoy my out breath from the beginning to the end. Enjoying in breath, enjoying out breath. Listen to the sound of the bell. So dear respected Thầy, dear beloved community, brothers and sisters in Deer Park and friends everywhere. So today is Sunday, March 24th, year 2024. We are here in the Ocean of Peace Meditation Hall. And also, this is the last day of the online retreat. Today, with the theme Joyfully Together. This morning, I really feel so happy. We have 120 friends enjoy receiving 5 mindfulness trainings. So I feel the energy of community and peace and joy and the calmness of the community, even a monastic in Deer Park here, and friends, 200-300 friends online, but you feel the energy of peace and joy. And last few days, we hear a lot of dharmas already, a lot of teachings. We learn every day. Every day there was a theme for us. So I think in this retreat, after this retreat, we can read 4 kind of books and have all the contents that we learned and practiced during this retreat. Okay? So first book, At Home in the World. Second, Flowers in the Dark. Third, Begin anew. And today, Joyfully Together. So I recommend you to read 4 books, these 4 books after this retreat. You may find in the Deer Park bookshop if you come here, or you can find online from Parallax websites. So when you read these books, you don't need to listen to the talks. I think today is the theme of Joyfully Together. This is a book Thầy wrote about the art of building a harmonious Sangha community. And for me, family is kind of community. So today I will touch a little bit about the way that how can we practice to maintain peace and joy, build a happy family. You know, in Vietnam, in old days time in Vietnam, the partner, we talk about home, right? The partner we call home. For example, like your husband is your home, and your wife is the home of husband. We call the nhà tôi, nhà của tôi. So if there was a neighborhood passed by the house and knocked the door. Hello, is your home at home? It means nhà của anh có ở nhà không? It means is your home at home? And you can say, yes, my home is at home. And for me, that's a beautiful way of the culture that is the elements of community already. So we live the partner, the couple together. The husband relies on wife, and the wife relies on husband. And we are home for each other. So I am home for you, and you are home for me. And that is so beautiful when you're thinking about the family. That when we live together, to see how important it is to be the place that refuge for your beloved ones. We learned last few days that Sister D, she shared, when you come back to recognize the body, right? And you calm your body, you feel at home with the body. And when you feel at home with the body, and you can feel at home in the world. The same time, when you feel at home in yourself, and you can really offer that home, you be home for your beloved one. And if you already feel at home, you're really there, you're really who you are. And you truly a home for your beloved ones. And at the same time, you recognize your beloved one, she is your home. He is your home. So for me, community, building a community, building the home, building the community, building the Sangha, building the home, the place that there are a lot of peace, a lot of trust, a lot of joy and happiness. Because when you live in a family, you live in a house, you live in a Sangha, there is not joy. There is no joy, there is no peace. And you don't want to stay in that community. You don't want to stay in that home. You want to run away, right? So Thầy said that capacity to build the most excellent, build Sangha builder, the most excellent family builder is that someone has capacity to be happy in the family, the capacity to be happy in the Sangha, in the community. So if you don't accept yourself, you don't accept your beloved ones, that your home, you cannot be happy in that community. If you can accept yourself, you accept your community is your home, your family is your home, your Sangha is your home, and you be happy in that space. Capacity to throw yourself into the space of the Sangha and let Sangha take care of it, take care of yourself. Let your beloved ones take care of yourself. But how can you do that? It's very difficult, huh? I think we learned most of the practice already, so I don't want to share a lot. Today I want to review all the practices because, in the Buddha time, there is a story of the Buddha that one day the Buddha did a walking meditation, walking with his disciples to the forest. And he knelt down to pick up the handful of autumn leaves, the dry leaves on his hand. And he asked to the monks, dear my students, how do you think? Are there leaves? The leaves in my hands is more than the leaves in the forest, or the leaves in the forest are more than leaves in my hands? And the monk said that, dear Lord Buddha, I think all the leaves in the forest is much more than the leaves in your hands, of course. And the Buddha said, yes, it's true. All the dharmas and the teachings are a lot. I know a lot. But what I bring out to teach you, what I bring out to share with you is to share the very crucial practices that you can apply today. You can apply right now and right here, so that you can nourish your joy, your happiness, and you can heal your suffering right away. So our teacher is the same. He thanks to our teacher to see a lot of crucial practices. For example, beginner new, 5 mindfulness trainings you already learned. Mindful breathing. The 16 exercises that you learned from Sister D for establishments of mindfulness, the body, the feelings, mental formations, the mind, and the objective mind perceptions that you learned last few days. The practice of writing a love letter to yourself. Your practice of mindfulness. Those kind of things is like we listen over and over again, but those kind of teachings actually speak to us. Even now in the day, we need those practices. And for me, it's like last few days is enough for us to learn. So today is the last day. During the Dharma sharing, I heard someone say that I'm very afraid that I got a lot of good energy. I have a lot of healing, a lot of transformation. But I'm afraid that after this retreat, how can I carry this energy, maintain it longer? And how can I maintain this practice for the whole year? So this is a very good question. We can reflect today. So today I will review some practices and also I share with some 3 practices that is really crucial that Thầy, our teacher, emphasized a lot. So we call the 3 elements or 3 principles of blameless practice. And I don't know that you recognize 3 of this or not, but it's very easy. They are there already in the teachings of last few days that we have learned. Dear Sangha, I really love to smile. So sometimes I feel nervous. And also my English is the second language. So sometimes it's offer English speaking talks can be very challenging for me. So please smiling, relax. When I do Qigong, maybe better than offer a talk. So the first element we need to practice. We call the Hiền Pháp. Okay. So this is a Hiền Pháp. So Hiền means present moment. And Pháp means phenomena. We can call present moments, or we can call what is happening in the present moments. So I can write present moment. Okay. So this is the first element, first principle, yếu tố đầu tiên. First principle of blameless practice. This is very crucial practice. For example, you do walking meditation, remember the present moment. You do mindful breathing, practice mindful breathing. You bring your mind back home to the present moment. So this is mindfulness, okay? The mind come back home in the present moment. So many of us have a monkey's mind. And in the Buddha's teachings, we talk about the horse, the running horse. So I'll tell you a story. There was a young man, he was riding the horse, okay? He sat on the back of the horse, and the horse runs very fast. And looked like it's running very fast without the direction. And then there was another man stand on the road in front of the yard. And then he asked his friend, "Hey, my dear friend, where are you going?" And the friend on the horse, "I don't know. Ask the horse." I don't know, ask the horse. So this is very simple story. Actually, we live in that way right now. We live in such a way that is our mind not at home in the body in the present moment. And our mind always running like the horse, running without direction. So that's what the Buddha said. Thiền Pháp is mean the practice is happening in the present moment. The practice is for the sake of present moment, and the practice because of present moments. You know, some of us, we lose ourselves very quickly because during this retreat, so many of us, we are living in the past of the trauma, fear in the past. We have been abused by the beloved ones, like father, and those kind of pain in the past still prison us. We still living in that prison, and we lose the present moment. Thầy said that present moment is only moment is available for us right here and right now. And that is the key, and that is the moment that can unlock and open to all the moments, open the door to all moments. So that's why when you breathe in, you bring your mind back to your in-breath, and you feel that you are alive, and you are here, and that is an opportunity for you to recognize that you are alive. Breathing out, and you smile to life. Okay? So the mindfulness help you to touch life. Touch life that is wonderful and happy. But sometimes we complain, but why sometimes in that present moment, I have so much pain. I have so much pain. I have so much suffering. How can I do it? So you come back to your breathing and you touch your suffering. So the practice of Thiền Pháp, practice of present moment, is mean you come back, you bring your mind, the energy of mindfulness, come back to yourself to touch what is happening in the here and now. Is that the wonderful things happening, the rain, the nature is so beautiful, you feel so alive, and that's become the source of peace and joy, nourish you, okay? Second, if that moment that you feel you have some suffering, breathing in, I know that I am suffering. Breathe out, I'm smiling to my suffering. So that is a practice. We not run away from suffering. Even sometimes we touch wonderful things, sometimes we touch less wonderful things. But the Buddha said, you need to be there in the present moment, don't run away. But when you come to just recognize the suffering, it's not enough. You need to take care of it. So the practice is like this. Thầy said that everybody come back to yourself when you enjoy your in-breath and out-breath. Come back to your island within. And recognize what is going on. Why I'm in that fear. where that fear comes from. You take care of yourself first. Don't complain anything out there. The suffering look like the baby crying, and then when the baby is crying, what you do? You have not much thing to do. Just only one thing, holding the baby, breathing in and breathing out, and then wait for the moments. Luckily, he stops crying. And that is the energy of mindfulness, okay? The energy of mindfulness. Help you to do that. So when you feel suffer and a lot of fear, just one thing, breathing in and breathing out, bring the energy of recognizing, smiling to your suffering, walking meditation. And what you do is walking meditation in the present moment. You check, where's my mind? Where's my mind? You do walking meditation in the present moment, right? You have suffering right now, you have fear right now. It means you need to practice with that fear. It means you do walking meditation. Breathe in. Hello, fear, please walk with me. Breathe out. I smile to my fear. You see? And then what happened? Slowly your fear will be a little bit calmed down. And then you feel like you have a little bit communication between yourself and your fear. And then later on, the cry of the fear will be less, and then the fear will be become nourishment. No mud, no lotus. That fear become your compassion, your loving kindness. That fear become your non-discrimination. That fear become your compassion. And for that, you do walking meditation. And then you can feel like there is another element, the elements of lạc trú. This is the principles of lạc trú that when you practice, you find out. Lạc trú is Chinese. I want to write this because some of us also know Chinese. Lạc trú is mean living happily. Or dwelling. Okay. So this teaching is come from the Buddha. The elements of joy and happiness is very important in our practice. In a family, that if there is no joy, no peace, and you don't want to stay there, you go away. In a Sangha, the same. So the elements, don't wait until you feel suffer and fear, and then you practice. You practice walking meditation, mindfulness on your breathing, mindfulness on walking, mindfulness. You practice with the four attachment of mindfulness, the body, feelings, perception. And every day you do sitting meditation for the sake of doing nothing. Just sit and enjoy your breathing. And the moments that when you touch the joy and happiness is the moment that is you feel so wonderful. For example, you recognize that breathing, I feel I'm alive. Breathing out, I smile to life because yesterday I have a lot of fear. You know, in our Dharma sharing group, in my Dharma sharing group, some of us really, there is no expectation in our Dharma sharing group and our retreats that is, we have so much healing and transformation like that. But when we come together, and in our Dharma sharing group is actually, we look like strangers. We don't know anything. We don't know each other very well. But somehow we open our heart to share. we open our heart to share because it looks like we come there for some purpose. We come there to practice, right? We come there to find joy and peace. And when someone share, and somehow you open your heart to share. And then later on you feel very open. You don't feel that you need to hide yourself anymore. You don't want to hide your suffering anymore. And there was one friend. I want to ask permission to share this one because usually you cannot share something from Dharma sharing. But I would like to ask your permission. I don't mention the name, but there was one friend during the Dharma sharing, during the retreat. She has a dear friend that had cancer. And then she feels very sad, and that kind of sadness is continue in her. But she shared with us. And that's kind of things that she feel like, I feel the sadness is a part of life. And the sickness also part of life, but I still feel sad. And it prevents me to feel joy right now. Prevents me to feel joy right now. And then this morning, she shared that her friend already passed away on the hospital. And so she was crying and sad. But she feel like, tend to this practice so that I can maintain my calm and my practice. So for me, when in that moment, it's also very difficult to practice traveling or living happily in the present moment. It's very difficult. But how much you can do? The Buddha said, when you practice mindfulness always a mindfulness is something. When you practice mindfulness of your body, and you recognize and be aware that you are alive, right? And you recognize that life is there. Death is there, but life is here. Sometimes you see people is sick, but look, you also healthy. They sick, but you are healthy. And when you see we are in always the habit of overwhelmed by the fear and suffering, and forget about like life is always have two aspects. Suffering there is happiness there. That's why it's Four Noble Truths. The Buddha said that there is ill being, and then the making of ill being, and then three is well-being. And the fourth is the path of well-being. So this is the thing. We always stuck of this one. But where we see that there is ill-being, is also there is well-being, also happiness. And it is like ill-being is like suffering. So for me, when I hear my father have a lung cancer, 4th stage, I also have a lot of fear. When I was 5 years ago, when I was in Brooklyn, and I also, for me, that is the most difficult time in my life that I faced. So I prepare everything. I come home, ask my Sangha come home to take care of him. So what I want to offer is my truly presence to cultivate my stability, my joy for my father. If that time I don't traveling happily in the present moment, I don't practice my breathing, and there is nothing to offer to my father. Because my father is already suffer. My father already in pain. If I still in pain, there is nothing to offer. So This is the thing. Practice living happily in present moments. Don't wait until you get sick. So we practice cultivate well-being every day. Mindfulness is the source of happiness. And this is a Buddha taught, and Thầy also taught us about this. And then concentration also. Insight. Letting go that we learned last Dharma talk of Siddhartha to give happiness. Why is that? Because we stuck in the idea that when someone suffers, we need to suffer with them. They said that compassion is not mean that is when someone suffers and we need to be suffer with them. It's okay to cry with the people, but it does not mean that we cannot smile to the suffering, because there are no mirth, no lotus. So every day we do walking meditation, we do sitting meditation, we do eating meditation, we listen to the bell to realize that we have this body, we have this opportunity, we have this moment to live. And the impermanence can happen to everyone, right? So when you come back to touch the wonderful of life, for example, you touch, I remember when during the time I practiced with my father is every day. I know that he's not lived very, very long, about 3 months, I think. And then every day, we just tell the wonderful story about him. And then we have a tea every day, we do Qigong every day. And my brothers and my mom will be with him. And first time ever, my mom offered massage to him. Because in Hue, very shy, huh? The woman offer massage to the man, to the husband. It's very difficult to do that. But during this time, we do all the wonderful things together. So he's not in pain. He always nourishes the joy and peace. And so of course, life is there and death is there. But the moment when he passed is very peacefully. Because when we practice of living happily in the present moments, this is a joy and happiness is very important to nourish us. Because everything needs food, right? And then the meditation is a food, that kind of food, to nourish us. So, meditation is the food and nourish us. Nourish us every day. So when we nourish joy of meditation every day, and those kind of energy can embrace our fear and suffering. And then in Four Noble Truths, we say that there is a suffering, of course, we recognize it, we take care of it. It means we come back to ourselves, to smiling, to embrace it, look deeply into it, in order to understand the making of the ill being, right? The making of the fear, yeah. But at the same time, we can see there is a well-being, there is the stopping of suffering, so we have hope, nourish us every day. And then the path of well-being, we already learned from Sister D, that is 16 exercises of mindful breathing. And I think every day we doubt too much about our fear and joy, our fear and anxieties, and then we forget that it's a joy. Life is there for us. So a practice together with the Sangha community is help us to remember. For example, this morning we practice just be there for the 5 mindfulness trainings. You see so many people. Why so many people have a heart? 120 people have an aspiration to receive the 5 trainings. Is that beautiful? But if we don't recognize it, we just say, oh, in the world, so many things happening. The war is happening. People in hatred. The people living each other with hate and violence in Gaza's war. And then we just, our thoughts going, coming, going, again and again and again, like a running thoughts. And then we lose the present moments. And then we lose our joy, and that kind of trauma go on and go on again. When we look deeply to see what is the making of the ill being, of fear, and we determine to practice, and we see that also there is suffering, I believe that there is happiness. It means there is a well-being here. And you practice. You see? That's why when we recognize that the people, look, there is a lot of war, there is a lot of fear, there is a lot of suffering out there, but so many people. There is a path of practice. There is so many people take 5 trainings. And why we don't practice in such a way that we generate compassion? Compassion, joy every day, and love for our family. And then from our family, can contribute to the world. So that is the teachings of the Buddha. When we practice the 4 Noble Truths, it's not only stuck with one. We need to see in one, there is 3 of them. And when we see suffering, we need to look deeply to see the making of suffering, where it's come from. And then we believe that there is suffering, it means there is happiness right there, somewhere. Well, how can I find it? Practice of 16 exercises. Practice come back to the present moments. Practice cultivate joy every day. Practice mindfulness of the body, mindfulness of the mind, mindfulness of the feelings, mindfulness of perception. Because the mindfulness always mindfulness of something. So when you practice with fear, the fear is become the object of your meditation. So you practice mindfulness of fear, it means you need to come back to yourself. Hello, fear. I recognize there is fear, it means there is being, ill being. And I know where you come from. Because I watch too much television. So that's why we come with the number 3. This one is connect to the 4 religions. Okay, so this is the number 3 is called Miếng Mực. We need to practice every day Miếng Mực. Miếng Mực is mean Chinese like this. For a long time I don't write Chinese. So like this. So in English we call the uninterrupted. The practice needs to continue long every day. If you need to deal with this kind of fear, you cannot sit there and hope one day the fear is gone. No. We need to do sitting meditation every day. So the miếng is mean make longer every day. Mực is mean every moment, little moment. You do Qigong meditation, you do Qigong 1 moment, 5 minutes, but every day 5 minutes. It's not about you do today 45 minutes and forget for the whole life. And forget it about healing, huh? No healing here. In that happen. Healing happen when we do every day. a little bit. For example, you eat breakfast, every day breakfast. Every day, a little bit, don't eat too much. So we do sitting meditation every day. You do walking meditation every day. You do produce joy and happiness every day. You smiling every day, so that smile become the source of nourishment for you, so that become the good habits. Wake up this morning, I smile. That's the first thing I do. So when you do over and over again, you feel like, why is my smile so fresh? Because I smile every day. So become the habits, right? But you never smile. When you come to stage, oh my God, that is disaster. You come to stage and then you feel so stressed. And then in the stress moment, how can you smile, right? That is, the smiling is not about just only smile. Smiling is a practicing. So walking meditation is a practicing. Miếng mực is mean practice every day a little bit and make that longer every day. So you practice every day in order to recognize a little bit fear. Where does that come from? And this is uninterrupted is mean right religion. That Sister D share, right? Right religion. Right religions. And I think there are 4 of this kind of right religion. So I would like to, sorry, hopefully you understand what I share, huh? What is the time? All right. So this is our mind, all right? 4 religions. In our mind, there is, down here we call the store consciousness. Store consciousness down below, right? And this here is mind consciousness. The store consciousness contains a lot of seeds in here. Seeds of fear, craving, despair, loneliness, anxieties. But also there are a lot of seeds of love, mindfulness, forgiveness, confidence, peace, embracing whatever, okay? Let us listen to one sound of the bell. So breathe in and out together. Breathe in, I recognize that I have a lot of seeds in my store consciousness. Breathing out, I smile to those seeds. The 5th mindfulness trainings, we learn about nourishment and healing. That the way that we practice with mindful consumption. And we know that every day we water a lot of not good seeds in ourselves. So the 4 religions, for the practice of every day we practice uninterrupted mindful breathing. Every day we practice with mindfulness, mindful walking, in order to look at this way, okay? First is never give a chance. Give an opportunity to the negative seed to grow, to come up to the store, to my consciousness. Okay? Never do this. This is the seed of fear. Never let that kind of, don't touch that seed. But every day we don't do it. Every day we watch television. Every day we watch news. And some of the questions said that, some of you send the questions that we right now very overwhelmed by social medias, by information about the wars, about fears, violence. Of course, there is, when we don't watch the television, information, the thing is still in there. But when you watch a lot of news, or you conversation, or you use social media, every day you just pay attention to that kind of news, look like very curious to see what happened, and like suddenly you water the seed of fear. What happens in the future? I don't have future. I worry for my new generations. What happened? The world will explode. You know, it's so kind of like thoughts going on, because you touch this, and then at night you cannot sleep. You cannot sleep. Okay? So, first, what religion is, don't give an opportunity to the negative seeds manifest on those mind consciousness. Okay? And the second, so when you practice in a family, you can do like this. For example, the seed of anger. Sometimes you realize that I have a hot temper. And you and partner, you can practice together according to the love treaty or peace treaty. You can say like this, my dear darling, you know what? I have a lot of anger in me. The seed in anger in me is so strong. So you recognize that you have a strong seed of anger or fear. So don't touch it. You can share with your beloved ones. That is the way that protect your family. You can share, my darling, you know that sometimes I get anger, right? So don't touch that button. Don't say that words, or don't water the seeds on my anger, okay? So that my anger not manifest on my store consciousness. And when I get very angry, if you don't practice, if you don't listen to me, you continue to water that kind of way, water my anger. And then the day I feel very suffer, I boom, and how can I say boom? Like explode. Like when I bomb you, like when I have anger, and then you also suffer. I suffer, and then you also suffer too. So the practice is not only from yourself, but you also share with your beloved ones. So please support. So when you do like that, it means according to the right religions, and can build the community, can build the families happier and harmoniously. So this is, you can say like that in the peace treaty or love treaty, you can share in such a way that your beloved ones can understand. The second is, if the chance that is the negative seed already manifests here, and then you do what? You can practice with those two things. You practice, come back to the present moment. You practice dwelling happily in the present moment until you do walking meditation every day, and you invite another energy to come. And embrace it. This energy we call the mindfulness, or energy of love, energy of peace. You try your best to invite this kind of fear, this kind of negative mental formation already come up. Come down. Please come down, my dear. Come down. Breathing in. Please come down to my dantian. You see? You bring your mind back to the body and take care of it. Recognize, I have fear. And then you try your best to stay there, to smile with fear. Don't do anything else. Embrace it and make them calm. One day, he come back here. Every day. If you cannot do it, you practice meditation by walking meditation, by relaxing. Don't stay on your head to blame or complain of another object, like your beloved ones or your partner. For example, someone asking about love breakup. You have a lot of difficulty during the time that you have a relationship, and you already have 7 breakups, 7 times. And then you just complain about that, but you don't look into yourself. That the habit is repeat again and again and again. Why is like that? So that's why the question and answer yesterday Sister D shared. about coming back to the care of self and to see what is trigger you, what is kind of habit energy repeat again and again. So I commit to myself. I determine to practice stopping and deep looking. Bring your mind back to the body and recognize the host in you, the running mind in you. Recognize that in the present moments, I breathe in. In the present moment, I breathe out. I take care my anger now. When you get anger, you don't do anything. Just breathe in, do walking meditation to embrace it. And then you try your best to bring this down, right? So when you do this, it means the anger not grow, the fear not grow. And then go down here, and this one, if the sit down here don't touch, and that becomes smaller. The third. And you know, there is also another practice we call the change the city or change the pack. How can we write pack? This one? Pack. Yeah, you change the pack. For example, you feel very bored when you listen to the rock music or some kind of country music. It's bored, huh? Why now we listen that song over and over again, or you turn television about BBC news? It's so bored every day like that. I love to watch Qigong video, you know. Why you don't turn to Qigong video? It's better. And then you can stand up to do movements. It's more like something you get involved into the video. You sit there, you just watch the news, it's boring. So why you don't change the channel that you feel like there's something for you to learn? So the channel that sometimes you feel bored or you feel very sad, you feel you don't like it, but you still stay there to bear with the boredom or the sadness. So you invite another channel come up. It means invite the other positive energy, love, compassion, joy, come up to practice. Hopefully I don't đi thực đề. I don't off of the topic. There was one day, I feel very lonely. I'm very joyful, but sometimes I feel lonely too. One day, I don't know why. When I wake up and I feel I miss my father, I feel very lonely. I don't know that I belong here in America or in Root Temple. And I just worry about when I die, and or my mom, and I feel so lonely somehow. I don't know why. So I wake up, I have a tea, and then the tea not calm me, and I feel still lonely. And then I turn to in the backyard. The weather is so nice, and I think about I love do qigong, I love do walking. Why I don't go out there to do a long walk and do qigong on the mountain? And I have that kind of positive thoughts, and I just go out to do walking. I walk alone. I go up to the ridge, and I do the qigong exercise with the sunset. So nice, huh? Somehow when I do that, I recognize that, look, the mountain is there for you. The sun is there for you ever. And the sun and the mountain, they never feel alone. But why you have community and you feel alone, Mante? You are something wrong with you. So I just have a conversation with me. So I just smiling, oh my God, the seed of loneliness is stronger. Maybe I water last few days, So I smiling to my loneliness. And the time that I do walking and I do qigong on the mountain actually saved me. I feel very happy again. I feel like, you're so lucky you have body. So lucky that you know how to do exercise. You're so lucky that the sun is so beautiful. So many people out there so busy. They sacrifice their presence for the future. They sacrifice their health for families. They work very hard. But we so lucky. We have center to practice. We have body healthily. we have community. But we still complaining, we still feel lonely, we still feel bad. So that moment, also that my humbling moment, that is the question some of you ask, that I practice, and the third and the fourth. The third is mean water the good seeds. Every day you water good seeds. So the good seeds is sprout, become the happy. And when you invite all the wonderful things come up during the time to do walker meditation, during the time to do sitting meditation. So one day I remember when I was home visit, and I practiced with my family. When I come back home, I feel like I have a time to be with my mom and my brothers. So when I have home visit, it's home visit, no schedule. And somehow that morning, I feel like I feel very shy because I saw my mom. Oh my God, my mother is scheduled very diligently. Every day, 4 o'clock meditation, 4:30 Qigong, 5 o'clock go to the altar and do like 13 of the earth, the incense and the brain and bell, everything. So that morning, I saw my mom. She sit very beautifully, and I feel so touched because she practiced for our family. My father and my mom always practice meditation together. So when my father is passed away, she feels she missed something. So she maintained sitting meditation so that my father looked like she visualized he's there and sitting together with him, with her. So that morning I saw her sitting very beautiful, and then I have a tea after that with her, and I said, Mommy, ma cảm ơn ma nhé. Like, Mother, thank you so much for practice for me, for practicing for me. You know what? I come here for home visit, so my schedule like lazy. I waking up late. But no, but I saw you practice. I think you practice for me. And thanks for you to practice for me. So somehow I feel my spiritual life very smooth. Thanks to your daily practice here, I recognize that you practice for me, you practice for my brothers, you practice for my dad, you practice for the whole blood family, so that our family is still happy. So I feel so moved when I say like that. And my mom cried because he said that, oh my God, because she's afraid the traditional monks. She's like monks like this, and then she's like this. So never monks and nuns in Huế say something like that. So when I share like that, she feel very touched. She cried and I said, Mom, can I offer you a hug? And I continue to share, when I come back to the monastery in Deer Park, I will practice back for you. I say, when I come back to the monastery, I will practice for you back. But when I come here, I have home visit, so I kind of like, I have tea whole day, and I talk whole day, just sharing all the things happening for the last 4 years. I just have 5 days. 5 days in this time. So I feel so moved in that, and that's kind of speech we need to share, we need to talk very often in our home. When you talk in that way, you water a lot of seeds, good seeds, to encourage your beloved one to practice better. But at the same time, you can say, Father, thank you for take me for a walk. I feel so nourished today. Tomorrow, can we do it again? You know, something say thank you. Something you water the good seeds on your beloved ones. So those kind of things is in the beginning new, right? You already learned. But in the right direction, we need to do every day. Loving speech and deep listening is very important to build relationship. If we don't know how to talk and to share in such a way, in loving way, if we don't know how to listen deeply to your beloved ones, and then we cannot understand each other very well. So when I share to my mom like that, and she understands myself, that how much I care for my family, and also I share with her, and she said that Thầy, you practice the whole life in the monastery already. So right now you come home to visit, just sleep longer that you like. And she's understand me. So I feel so nourished when I have that conversation. And the fourth one that is when the good seeds already manifest at the flower. For example, you already have a joy and peace. You try your best also to maintain that as long as you like. For example, you have a lot of peace and joy in this retreat. You continue to practice uninterrupted every day. Every day you have 10 minutes in the morning, do sitting meditation. And then 10 minutes to do Qigong exercise. And then breakfast, go to work. Once you go to work, you feel tired, lie down to do 5 minutes deep relaxation. Do we have 5 minutes? Yes, we have 5 minutes. And when we go home, park your car in such a way that you can walk every step. Do walking meditation into your house. Open the door mindfully. I think the teachings of the Burmese tradition is not only in the meditation hall. That's why according to the practice of Myanmar, practice of right diligence or uninterrupted, the practice is not happen in the big hall with the sitting position, but practice every time you do brush your teeth. So when you have a time to brush your teeth, commit yourself to do. You have 5 minutes. So far, I already practiced for 5 years now. Is for my right jaw here. I use my left hand to brush my teeth. For my left, I use my right hand. So I use my 2 hands so that I do brush my teeth slower. So usually I take maybe 5 minutes at least to do that. When you brush your teeth in 5 minutes, you have a lot of mindful breathing in and out. Smiling and, look at my teeth, so white. I still have 32 teeth to breathe, to brush. That's so wonderful. So that's the thing of the practice, So maybe at home after this retreat, you can make the schedule for yourself in such a way that can nourish yourself, can maintain the energy of peace and joy every day. Because every day, if you don't cultivate peace and joy, and that kind of peace and joy very poor in you, boom, there is a suffering, there is a despair, there is fear in you, you don't have anything to embrace. The mindfulness energy is very poor in you, very little in you. There's nothing for you to love and to embrace, to take care of yourself. So the last thing I will just want to share is in the Buddha teachings, every day, okay? Every day. You recognize something. For example, today, this moment, breathing in, I recognize non-anger present in me. Breathing out, I feel so lucky have non-anger in me. Because sometimes we stuck like when we wait for when we have anger or fear and we recognize it, but we forget that. Sometimes there is non-toothache. That's also the good elements of peace and joy. But we wait until you have toothache and then you feel suffered. How about well-being? Now we don't have a toothache. But where's the happiness go? When you have toothache and sufferings come, and happiness disappear. But how about when you have non-toothache? Suffering is disappear, but where's happiness go? So the practice here is being mindful, recognize what is going on, what is present in you. If you don't have anger, it means non-anger presence. Breathe in, and recognize that my non-palpitation of my heart happening. You know what? Last 2 weeks I have a heart palpitation very, very strong, and I feel very fearful. That's very real. I went to emergency twice this month. I'm the Qigong master. Someone called me, and I'm very healthy. But look, I go to the doctor twice this month. Somehow I don't know why, because I use allergy pill, or because of food, or because I travel to Vietnam, and the weather changed. Oh, I don't know why. But at night, my heart palpitation is very strong. I heard, but it boom, 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 boom. And when I breathe in, and I don't hear my breathing, but I hear the drum of my heart, boom, boom, boom. And I couldn't sleep for many days. Suffered, fear, anxieties. So what I've been doing is I just remember Thầy teachings. Thei's teachings about practice of listen to your breathing like a clock like ting ting in breath, ting 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 in, ting 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 boom 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 in, boom 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 out, and then I have some sleep. I have some sleep, and then I don't know why when the online retreat come, and then my palpitation is less, and then right now I feel normal again. Happy moments. So this moment I breathing in, I recognize non-heart palpitation present in me. I breathe in, breathe out. I feel so happy. You see, when you already have a heart problem, and then right now you recognize that you don't have heart problem anymore, that is a moment of happiness. So thanks to the suffering, thanks to the ill-being, and then you can treasure your well-being right away. So that is a practice of nourishment, your joy and peace daily. So I think that is much for today. I want to share with you, and hopefully I offer something to you today. And when you know how to practice for yourself, cultivate joy, cultivate your peace, know how to take care of yourself, come back to take care of fear and anger, come back to take care of your suffering inside yourself, and then you can have your beloved ones in the family to take care of themselves. When you know how to cultivate your joy, and you can help others to cultivate joy, and everybody in the family to do like that, and that is a happy family. And when we have a happy family, you can have happy society and happy community. Okay? So thank you so much for joining us today in this retreat. And again, please read 4 kind of books after this retreat. First, At Home in the World. Second, Begin in Anew. Third, Flowers in the Dark. And the fourth, Joyfully Together. So you may find this book in Deer Park bookshop when you come here, or from online, from Parallax, okay? So that you can see those kind of topics we go through in this retreat. And we can maintain our energy, our joy and peace during the time, the rest of the year, okay? But maybe at least a month, at least. Otherwise, come to the YouTube channel, Qigong, practice every day to feel the body, okay? Body alive. Come to the Deer Park website and Deer Park YouTube. Also listen to the monks and nuns YouTube, Dharma talk every week on Sunday. Thank you for your listening.